Hello paper crafters, today I'm going to create an oriental cherry blossom themed card because I'm so much looking forward to spring. The composition of this card as well as the color scheme are extremely simple, but I'm going to add some interest to the card by creating the complex dimension. Stay tuned and I will show you how I built up all the layers step by step. I'm starting with a 5x7 card base, and I will also need a piece of vellum that is also 5x7 inches. I'm going to use Paper Discovery dies. This set is Card Builder, and I'm going to tape down the outline dies. I'm using the insert only to line them up properly. As soon as I tape the outlines down, I'm going to set aside that insert. The size of this frame is going to be exactly 5x7 inches and it's going to fit on top of my card. Now I'm going to create a circle frame exactly the same way. I'm sending the dies through the die cutting machine and here I have my frames ready. The next step is creating a border. I'm going to use these two dies from Card Builder panel die set, and I will also need an outline die. There are two of them included in the set and I will need the smaller one. So this is the result that I should get, and now I'm going to start assembling the card. I'm positioning all the die cuts on top of the vellum panel to know exactly where the circle is going to be positioned, and then I'm going to trace it on the inside with a pencil. Then I'm going to go around that traced circle with a craft knife. I'm creating a border about 1/8 of an inch all around that outline to make the window slightly bigger than the traced image. Then I'm going to apply some liquid adhesive onto the vertical stripe border and I'm sticking it down onto the vellum panel. I just have to make sure it's really well centered. I'm using the grid on the mat. I'm also using the circle to center this die cut, and I'm making sure that I leave the equal space at the top and at the bottom of the panel. Then when the glue dries, I'm going to trim off everything that is going across that circle window. Then I'm going to attach the horizontal stripe border. I'm just sticking it down onto the vertical stripes. I just have to make sure the outlines are well aligned. Then again I'm going to trim off the pieces that are going across the window. Next I will be attaching the circle frame. Since I want the most dimension in this window area, I have decided to layer the window die cut, so I have created two additional circles and now I'm sticking them all one on top of the other. Layering is such a simple technique, but it always makes a big difference, especially if your color palette is limited. And now I can stick down the window on top of the card. This card design is going to work great without the frame. It's meant to do that, it's gonna work fine, but I can't resist it. I love frames, so I will be attaching the frame as well on top of the panel, and I'm using some mounting tape. The next step is coloring the background. I'm placing the panel on top of the card base just to see where the window is going to be positioned, and then I'm applying worn lipstick Distress Oxide ink. I'm using the circular motion to create the really soft edges. I'm only applying the ink onto the circle window area and on the border area. The rest of the card base is going to remain white. Now I'm using my tape gun to apply the adhesive all around the perimeter of the card base, and then I'm going to stick the panel right on top of it. Because I used vellum for the panel, the window area is going to remain the brightest and the rest of the pink color is going to be muted by that vellum. So now I'm done with the structure of the card and all there is left to do is to attach some embellishments. I have used some branch dies from Branch and Bird set to die cut some images out of chocolate brown cardstock, and now I'm sticking them down right on top of the card front and on top of the window. I'm trimming down some of the branches if I need to. Now I just have to add some flowers, and I'll be using flower and leaf die set. I have colored a piece of cardstock using the same ink, worn lipstick, and now I'm just going to die cut the cherry blossoms. I am attaching 6 flowers onto the branches, and the 7th one is gonna go right below the branches as if it's falling down from the tree. As always, the tools and supplies that I'm using are listed below the video as well as on my blog. Some of the products may be out of stock, but they're gonna be back in stock really soon this month. So this is what the finished card looks like. I really hope I could give you some spring inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again really soon.